Okay, my loom knitters, we need to talk about this cap situation, okay? It has taken me a little bit longer than I thought. I've tried to think this through, but it's taken me a little bit longer, and I'm gonna like show you and explain why. Okay. So my first thought was to try to think about how I'm gonna do the brim, and so I had to make several mock-ups of how I wanted my brim to look because I wasn't like very sold on it. So I got like two different options here. I'm looking around because I got looms everywhere. But this is the one we're all familiar with. This is the rib stitch, the knit 2 purl 2 stitch. And then I tried a knit 1 purl 1 brim. And then I tried a knit 2 purl 1 brim, and that's what I got for that. And so yeah, so I had to do those first because I'm like, you know, what type of brim do I want? And that's for like the round area here because I wanted it to kind of stretch, make a stretchy feeling around here, so this could be kind of, you know, an adjustment for you. So that's an adjustment without an adjustment. Okay, so second thing is I started with my looms. So I was thinking, because this is gonna have to be a tight stitch because you want your head to be firm, you know. You don't want to, you may want a slouchy one eventually, or you just might want to do a slouchy one because it's gonna work up faster. But I figured the stitch needed to be a stiff stitch, so I started with doing the true knit stitch. I was trying to avoid the U stitch for this because if you're using acrylic yarn, the U stitch is pretty tight on the loom and it starts to pull out your pegs. So that's why I was trying to avoid suggesting that you guys use the U stitch and instead use the true knit stitch. So I started with this loom, and yeah, this is only like 10 rows and this is hours of work. So I was like, no, I'm not gonna make them go through that unless they want to go through that. But then I do have a short attention span, so that's why maybe, you know, maybe it's just me, you know, short attention span. Okay, so there's one. And then I was like, this is taking too long. I'm no longer interested. So then I did this. And this is double strand on a wide gauge loom. You notice that this is smaller gauge, this is wide gauge. So I switched to this because I was like, I'm gonna work it up faster. But as I worked it up, I tugged on this end like I normally do on my looms, and I shouldn't have, so that shrunk the size of it a little bit. On this side you can still kind of see it's a little bit wider, but on this side, but it's still not going to be as big as this per se, because the loom is not necessarily as big as that. So my suggestion would be to go up a loom, and I do have a loom that's even even bigger than this for like an extra large that I could do to do a head on. I just wasn't interested in doing a small stitch. Okay, so with this, you don't have to use 2 strands, you can use 3. So you can increase it, but it's gonna make it a little bit warmer. So I just want to put that out there. It's gonna make it a little bit warmer. So then I switched to this one, and as you see, it is gonna make a normal size cap, but it's thick, And this is using number 7 yarn, which I would have preferred to use probably like a number 6. But at this point, I am really tired of working on this. So we're just going to whip this up really quick. And I'm just going to call this my winter cap, because it's going to be really warm. But if you use a number 8, it shouldn't be as bad. It's not going to be as thick as this. This is thick because I'm trying to work it up fast. But I just wanted to give you guys an update. As you see, I only got like a few more rows. But yeah, so I'm just giving you guys an update. This has not been the most awesomest experience, but I'm trying to get it through my experience so that you guys don't have to go through this. But yeah, so that's your options. Yeah, hopefully by the time I post another update, we would have done a hat. But I am working on it. Okay, have a good one.